بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله حمدا ونشكر شكرا ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم تسليما كثيرا مزيدا يا ايها الذين امنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن الا وانتم مسلمون يا ايها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحده وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء فاتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والارحام ان الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا ايها الذين امنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم اعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما ثم اما بعد فان اصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم فان شر الامور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة قال ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي اللهم ربي زدني علما وارزقنا فهما سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. Indeed, praises and thanks solely belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And let us all show our continuous gratitude to our Creator by believing in His existence and relying upon Him. And we seek refuge from the devilishness of our own self and the evilness of our own actions. Whomsoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides, then none can misguide the creation. And whomsoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows to be straight, then none can guide the creation. And I testify and bear witness that there is no deity except for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his final and sealed prophet and then the messenger. O you believe, be mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and die not in any state except in the state of being in submission to Him alone. O humanity, be mindful of our Creator who has created us from a single soul, Nabi Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. And from that, He has created His mate Hawa. And from them, He enumerated many men and women. O humanity, be mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and refrain from cutting ties with your relation. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ar-Raqib, the ultimate monitor over us. O humanity, be mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and speak and practice only the truth. In return, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will accept our deeds and forgive any of our shortcomings. Whoever complies to the guidelines of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and abide by following to His seal and final Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam have indeed achieved and attained the best of attainment. And successively, the best speech is only the speech of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, while the best icon of humanity to actualize the best speech is our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the worst of the affairs in our doctrine system of Islam is our absolute belief in Him, and its practices are not to be mixed with newly invented creativity in the systems of belief by following one's whims and desires, which will delude a person away from the straight path and prevent him from admission into his paradise. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. What I've just done is I've just tried my utmost best to translate the Arabic text which normally being recited by the one who delivers a sermon, the ustaz or the lecturer, or the one who's being appointed. What they call this as khutbatul hajah, which is a sermon of need. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to deliver this whenever he delivers the Friday prayer or an admonishment or a reminder that there is a need. And the purpose of it is many amongst us might have just listened to the asatiza who delivers it in Arabic while not being aware of the meaning behind it. So I've just taken effort to translate it to the best of my knowledge. Alhamdulillah, I give praises and thanks to be Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are here in a new episode. And this episode, where we will be discussing on several issues related to nurturing a vibrant Muslim society. This will be the theme for my upcoming series of lectures lectures I will be delivering every Friday evening. Now, nurturing a vibrant Muslim society is important in the time and especially the place we are living in, where there are many overzealous Muslims, over-enthusiastic Muslims who might fulfill one or two ritual and practices of Islam by omitting or overlooking into other aspects of this religion. This is the very reason why I would like to embark on this topic on how do we nurture a vibrant Muslim society. An individual needs to be mindful of his and her responsibility. And when we are able to be mindful and give the due rights to each and every of our responsibility to the best of our ability. I'm not saying that we can give 100 upon 100, but I'm sure that we are able to at least perform at least above the mark of 50. And not by us overlooking on the other aspects of our responsibility. So when we give the due rights, then we are able to have a vibrant Muslim society. And it takes a lot of nurturing. Nurturing means training and practices. And it is a good reminder for my good self too, that being a ustaz doesn't mean that, mashallah, I'm a saint. I may be a saint, S-A-N-T, but I'm not probably a saint, S-A-I-N-T. So in order for us to attain and achieve that level, we need to continuously be in an environment that we are able to practice and accustom ourselves with the responsibility which has been entrusted during our lifetime. Well, I've just stated that, that many amongst us, we are often overzealous in some matters, but negligent in others. For example, you might see a Muslim who insists on attending the everyday prayer in a mosque, standing in the front row. You'll find some brothers amongst us and even some sisters amongst us would rush towards the mosque because we want to attain the reward for praying in the mosque and especially praying in the front row. However, the individual may not pay attention or may not pay heed to bad smell emanating from his or her mouth or the clothing. Sometimes you might even find that individual, they just want to fulfill that particular hadith, however, neglecting other guidance guided by our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is just overlooking it. This religion comes with shumuliyah, comprehensiveness. So we need to look from every aspect and give its due right in order for us to be the recipient of God's reward. And there are some amongst us, mashallah, tabarakallah, might fast in the month of Ramadan while overlooking to pray the 5 daily prayers. Again, you have the aspect of individual being a dedicated servant by fulfilling the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is siyam. It's a it's a legislation legislated by the legislator in Surah Al-Baqarah when Allah says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykum as-siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. Kutiba bima'na furida, it has been mandate obligated upon the individual. Yes, it's being mandatory for the Muslims to fast when we witness and sight the moon and the arrival of Ramadan. However, what comes before or what is prior to the fasting of Ramadan is to fulfill the 5 daily prayer, which is throughout the year. As long as you're living on this earth and you have a sound and healthy health, you need to fulfill the daily prayer as long as you're living. But what happens is a person might overlook or might have neglect that aspect of the religious guidance. So it is strange that this shortcoming exists among some of those who are regarded as an active role player of the society, especially those who are leading the society. Leading the society, don't assume that I'm talking about those who are only working in a mosque or an Islamic institution or an Islamic academy. Now, when you say that a person who's leading in an active role, it can be also individuals who are the head of the household. When the head of the household is the one who needs to fulfill the guidelines stipulated by the legislator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when we're able to fulfill that, there are people who are good in preaching, who are very eloquent in the way they would deliver. However, when coming to their own life, they are unable to keep up with those rituals. So there is a gap. And the individual might have overlooked on that area. And as such, it is upon us to continuously remind, to nurture, and to build. And this is in order to build a vibrant Muslim society. Reminder is a benefit for the believer. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals in the Quran, فَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ ذِكْرَ تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Right, remind, for indeed the reminder would benefit the Muslim as a whole. So as we are being a Muslim, now how do we need to train our personality to be better? How can we nurture a better personality? We can't be best, but we can always better ourselves by learning from the past and trying to enhance and improve our future. And it all starts with our personality. And when we're able to change the personality of being an upright Muslim, we need to understand that, number one, we need to submit and surrender our will to the will of God. And how do we need to build a better bridge and connectivity with our Maker? When we are able to believe in the existence of God and practice the guideline given, that will give us a better bridging with our Maker. And when we are able to have a better bridging with our Maker, then we are able to identify and decipher the complexity we have within ourselves. Many amongst us, including myself, I have weaknesses where I'm still trying to discover how can I correct, how can I rectify my own shortcomings and my own weaknesses. And the one who is able to steer me towards a better self of myself is the Maker who have created me. So number one is for me to give the due rights to my Maker in order for me to better understand about my good self. So when I'm able to understand of my strength and my weaknesses, where the Maker guides me to understand better about myself, then I can be a better human being in this world of His. And when I'm being a better role model, a better human being, or a better servant of God, then I'm able to decipher further how can I have a better relation with the people around me. What are the due rights I need to give them, such as my relationship with my parents? What are their due rights? My relationship with my wife, what will be her due rights? My relationship with my children, what will be their due rights? And how do I need to fulfill in the best of the ability, with the best of the ability, and whatever capacity, from the best of the ability I have, by giving the best to them, the best of myself, right? This is the ability I have. This is my effort which I am sacrificing. I'm able to emulate. I'm able to emulate from the life of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But bear in mind that everyone have your own level of capacity. Right? You have your own level of capacity. You need to understand yourself first. When you're able to understand yourself, then you are able to provide to people around you with your best of your ability, and the capacity you have within yourself. So then fulfilling the responsibility towards your spouse, your children, and your relative, and your neighbors, right? Your relation with your neighbors, and then the Muslim brothers and the friends, and finally, then how can you then play a role in the Muslim society as a whole? So this will be the breakdown of this series, right? How do we have a better relationship with my Lord, and then a better relationship with my own self, and then the parents, the wife, the children, the relative, the neighbors, the Muslim brothers and sisters, and the friends around you, and to have a better role play in the community and the society we're living in. And this can never come from anywhere better than the guidance of our Maker, our Creator, who's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you and me, being a human on this earth, we are in continuous need of the divine guidance. And the word divine itself, it comes from the divine Creator, who's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, without which everyone will be lost, and everyone would not have a proper guidance. And even if they do have a guidance, then you're able to weigh whether this guidance is temporary or this guidance is permanent. Is this guidance gives you does this guidance give you a short direction, or does it have an absolute and eternal direction which leads you until the eternal abode, which is the paradise? And the more we are able to understand from the guidance of God, then we know that this is a way for us to achieve and attain success in our life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals in Surah Al-Ma'idah, chapter number 5, verse number 15 and 16, when He states, "There have come to you from Allah a new light and this divine book, wherewith Allah guides all who seeks His good pleasure to way of peace and safety, and lead them out of darkness by His will, and to the light guides them to the path that is straight." So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us this opportunity to live the life in accordance to the Creator, in accordance to the Maker. And He have never left us unattended. He have always nourished the souls and the servants to be a creation who live a life which is being designed by the one and only Maker, who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in the shade of this guidance, life becomes better and more pleasant and enjoyable. The first step towards this life of guidance and light involves the formation of a sincere Muslim individual who will present a vivid and beautiful picture of Islam, so that when people see him, they will see true Islam. And when they deal with him, their faith will increase. So this is what Prophet Muhammad SAW did at the beginning of his da'wah, when his first step on the road of Islam was to mold individuals who would embody Islam and become as it were Quran, walking on the face of this earth. So it is just not the words of, it's just not reciting the Quran. Now, how do you and I live this Quran? How do we walk the Quran? How do we talk the Quran? And how can we clothe ourselves with this divine guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and be the icons of humanity? And being an icon of humanity in the phrase-worthy way, in Mahmuda in a way. It's not Madmuma, not the blameworthy way. That this is how we should live, and this is how it is being guided by the ultimate guide, Al-Hadi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to live in this life. So as such, that nothing, that each and every single actions we do it sincerely for the cause of Allah by abiding and following the guidance of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and not having any ill intentions within our heart, that to attain or to have an agenda that you and I are performing such an action to impress the people around us, but to only impress the Creator, and to be mindful that we will be accountable on the day of audit, when no one will assist us except for the one where we have dedicated the action for. Where God reveals in Surah Ash-Shura, chapter number 26, verse number 88 and 89, when He says, يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالُ وَلَا بَنُونَ إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَاكَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. And on the day whereof neither wealth nor any children will avail, but only he who will prosper, that brings to Allah a sound heart. Nothing will benefit of your wealth and your children except for the one who comes with a clean and crystal heart. What it means is, whenever we perform an action, whenever we perform any action, whose sake are we doing it for? Are we doing it for the sake of to get popularity in this world, to attain more likes, or to attain the favor of the creation, or to attain the pleasure of our Creator? When we want to attain the pleasure of Creator, then bear in mind that every action we embark upon, it will be blissful, full of blessings from the Creator. And when it is blissful and full of blessings from the Creator, what can be the result of the blessing is not only having success in this world, that blessing will be the admission to His final abode, which is His paradise. So in the upcoming sessions where I will be delivering, we will first embark upon how should we need to have a better relation with our Maker, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How, being a Muslim, we need to give our due rights in our faith, in our belief to Him. That we must be mindful and alert that we are here and our actions are fully being monitored by the one and only monitor, who is Ar-Raqib, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Ar-Raqib is constantly watching us, and every of our actions are being credited into our record books, and that record book will be a means of either prosperity or the opposite in the future. So to have a better relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and be mindful that there is a Creator who's continuously monitoring and observing our actions. And when we are able to create that alertness and awareness and be mindful that Allah is watching us, then the responsibility around us will automatically fall in place, and we will give its due rights. So hopefully in this upcoming series on the topic of nurturing a vibrant Muslim society will be a benefit for me, and also benefit for those who are viewing these episodes. And it will be a means of salvation for the sins we have committed, and also it will make us drawer to our Creator and to have a better relationship with His creation around us. So hopefully this has benefited you. Jazakumullah khairul jazak. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.